Welcome back to that Triple R Rockets Round Robin slash H-Town Rundown slash Rockets Propaganda. Let's go ahead and get into it, man. We got some things to talk about. We got Rockets versus Pelicans tonight. We got quick wrap up of the week last week, how the Rockets did. But before we get into either of that, we're gonna talk a little bit of Texans. What's good, Preston? What's good with you, man? Tell people where they can find you at.
Yeah, man, you can follow me _GAWD on X's, Instagram, YouTube. You can find me here at the Triple R. Obviously, we on YouTube as well as X, and I think we got an Instagram too that one of our boys be running. I think King Beard be running that, and you can follow H Rundown, of course, at the HTRD on X as well as Instagram, YouTube.
Yeah, bro. Before I start talking too much about the Texans and how I really feel first, so let me congratulate them for making it to this point in the season. The season did not end the way we would like it to have ended. The season didn't start the way we would have liked it to have started. However, we still got to this point. They grew as the season went on. They started to figure things out on offense a little bit. The offensive line started to play a little bit better. That ain't saying much, but they started to play a little bit better. CJ Stroud played a whole lot better after the concussion. Maybe it knocked his brains together instead of loose. And he started to play really well. I guess he was scared of Davis Mills taking his job too, so that's another element. And then that defense, man, we could talk about that defense all day, man. We could talk about Mr. Guardian Helmet himself, Jalen Petrie. We could talk about Derek Stingley, first team All-Pro. We could talk about Kamari Lassiter. We could talk about Aziz Al-Shire. We could talk about Daniil Hunter. We could talk about Will Anderson. I love Will Anderson, by the way. Good Lord, he's
looking very good.
Beast. We could talk about Togiai. We could talk about To'o. We could the whole damn Rankins, Autry. Like these dudes is bad boys, man. These is bad boys, and to say anything less than the team let the defense down, I will say that. I know that if you're a box score watcher, you think, okay, 28 points was put on the board, so that means that the defense did not play that great. Absolutely hogwash. The Texans did a good job of making sure New England was in good field position to score that, and on top of there was a pick six that was also thrown too. There was a lot of drop balls from receivers. There was a lot of bad throws. There was a lot of missed throws. There was a lot of bad reads. There was fumbles. Everything that can go wrong except a block punt or a muffed punt return. Anything that can go wrong went wrong for the Texans offense. And that's what happened this game against the Patriots on the road, in the elements, in the snow. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think it was going to matter too much. I thought the elements would have helped the Texans a little bit more than it did, because I thought that would kind of even the playing field on offense, and it did not. Drake May was still able to throw the ball in the elements in the snow accurately. CJ Stroud was not. Now, I know there's going to be some conversations about CJ Stroud. I think everybody should just take a deep breath, hold on, relax, let cooler heads prevail.
Is this year 3 for CJ?
This is year 3, and extension talks is finna start, making the rounds. So, there's a real conversation about who gonna make more out of him and Bryce Young. There's a real conversation about that. Oh, yes, by the way, people, I could talk football too. Don't get it twisted. This is Rockets propaganda, but we can do Texas propaganda if you want. But anyway, yeah, it's gonna be a conversation about who should get more, Bryce Young or CJ Stroud, bro. Like, everybody's still talking about CJ Stroud's rookie season. You can't live off of that your whole life, bro. You got to get better than that. Your best season can't be your rookie season. That's not how this is supposed to go. Any thoughts on that, Preston, bro?
Nah, bro. You said it straight. I thought that third quarter, CJ was looking like he had fire in his eyes, and that fire went just as quickly as it came. I don't know what happened with those. I really was looking at it was kind of like this wet snow at first, and both teams were dropping the ball, couldn't catch nothing. Like you said, it was honestly, I I'm trying to learn football. I'm trying to get into a little more. This is the first full game that I watched for the Texans in the playoffs. So, yeah, I don't want to say thoroughly disappointed, but people had spoken to said our offense was, I'm going to use some terms that are probably familiar, broccoli, bad, maybe uncoordinated. And it looked all of that tonight. And the weather did not help in any way whatsoever. In fact, it probably made those wounds a little bit more wide open, a little more obvious. First play I watched, actually, like I was completely focused. It was CJ throws the ball way up in there, bro catches that, and that was that pick six. It was like that 25
It was a stupid throw. Like, why would you throw that? Take the sack.
I thought he would have maybe. I don't know if he can take a knee right there. I don't know what he would have done. I just anything other than
if he would have took a knee, that'd have been considered a sack.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know what it is. What it is at the end of the day. Like you said, this is not the defense's fault, bro. The Texas defense was real. Wow.
Man, well, they did what they could.
Lassiter, crazy. I like that guy.
Kamari Lassiter's a beast, bro. He's a beast.
KO, crazy. Beast. Shout out him for real.
Kalen Bullock too. Like,
they did their thing, man. The offense, the offensive. Hey, similar to the Rockets. The offense let the defense down. Simple as that.
Nah, we're not gonna do that, bro. Normally, bro, you know me, I'm process first, everything else secondary.
I agree.
But at the beginning of the season, bro, okay, we could blame the offensive coordinator, Nick Caley, at the beginning of the season. But as things progressed and things got a little bit different, and they kind of started to gel a little bit as a team offensively, I was looking less at Nick Caley's play calling, although, yes, it is a little bit conservative, but I think I'm understanding why it's conservative now. Because maybe he doesn't trust C.J. Stroud to make some of these next level reads that he needs to be making at this point in his career. That's probably the reason why. And he's trying to protect C.J. Stroud from himself. That's kind of what I'm looking at. If you want to say it, if we're going to blame the play calling and the play calling being so predictable, this is probably the reason why. And the offensive coordinator ain't going to put his head on the line to prove a point that the quarterback is better than what he is. That's not smart, bro. That's not smart to do. So it looks like man. It's like no.
What was his quote? What was his quote?
No, we're not.
We're not ready to be doing this yet. So we have to run basic offensive sets. That's what that sounds like to me.
But we can't even do that. We can't even do that, bro. Check this out, man.
Yep, go ahead.
So before the game, in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, this is going to be one of them games where we got to run the ball and a lot of short, quick throws, possibly to the tight end. I was expecting Woody Marks and Dalton Schultz to kind of be the linchpins of the offense, seeing as Nico Collins was out. So no deep threat. So he out of the picture, so we're going to modify how we run the offense a little bit. I'm expecting that a little bit, and none of that happened. Bro, we ran the ball for 22 times total as a team. 22 rushes, and we had 48 yards. That's 2.2 yards a carry, bro. That's ridiculous on top of having 4 interceptions, and then we fumbled the ball once too. Like, it's 5 turnovers, bro. That's 5 we had 5 turnovers, bro, again. And I said last week, we cannot continue to do this. We can't turn the ball over 5 times against this team. I don't care what people think about their strength of schedule so far. They play who was in front of them, and they did what they were supposed to do. What they supposed to do, lose more? No. They took care of business. And now everybody had, had their bias in mind because they didn't really trust Drake May. I understand. This is his first playoffs, whatever. I get it. It don't mean nothing, bro. It's still football at the end of the day. It's still football. You're not going to throw the ball at no different velocity, no different technique than you would week 1. You're throwing the ball the same way. You know what I'm saying? And then normally I would like to give the Patriots defense some credit for what they did to the Texans offense. No, the Texans offense was the best defense in this game. I know that sounds crazy, but the Texans offense was the best defense in this game. CJ Stroud was the best Patriot this game. I'm sorry, I hate to say it. I don't like beating up on players after bad games. I don't like doing that, bro. But this one on him, he got to take this on the chin and he got to grow from it, man. And I don't think there's any chance he's gonna be traded. People could kill that right now. He ain't going nowhere. He's not gonna get traded.
Yeah.
He's still probably gonna get an extension. It's probably not gonna be no big one, which is probably gonna end up being good for the Texans down the line. But yeah, just take it on the chin and grow from it. We gotta stay healthy next season. We gotta get a better offensive line next season, man. We gotta get. I understand Trent Williams was Trent Brown, sorry, was out this game. I said Trent Williams, 49ers. Trent Brown was out this game for the offensive line. I understand, I get it. But and maybe that has something to do with the running game being what it was, but still 48 yards and 22 carries, 2.2 yards a carry. Man, come on, dog. We got to get better at that. So we gotta show up that offensive line. There's nothing we need to do on defense. Nothing. Just be yourself. And if anybody, I can't remember if anybody's contract is coming up or not, but whoever contract coming up, you better keep their ass. Keep them. I don't care who it is. Offensive line, bro. We got to get a right guard. That's one thing. And if they really believe in Woody Marks like that, they need to start to build an offense around some of his skill set and rely less on CJ Stroud. But if they don't really believe in Woody Marks like that, we need to go and figure out what we're going to do at running back. And I'm not really digging Nick Chubb no more. We can let him go. And that's really just my thoughts on my quick thoughts on the Texans, man. If you got any last thoughts, let me know and we can get into this Rocket stuff.
Let's go ahead and move on. I guess you hit home on what I was going to say. I was going to talk about what we need to do going forward. I was really going to focus on Mr. Chubb and that O-line. So
Chubb can get the hell on, bro. I'm sorry. This ain't Cleveland no more, bro. You're not that guy no more. Nick Chubb can kick rocks.
Chubb train going that way.
I ain't really like him too much in Cleveland like that. No way. I thought he was just a product of the offense. I don't think he was that good.
You're seeing it right
just
now.
But that's just me though.
You seen it right now.
We've seen it last season too. When what's the name was out. That's another thing too. Anyway, we got to figure out what we're gonna do at running back, bro. Like, whatever, bro. I'm done. I'm just a little bit irritated because when you don't control what you can't control, then you end up being controlled.
Yep.
That's what happened to the Texans today on offense. Yep. They let go of control, and then they got controlled. All right. Anyway, Rockets this season. I said this season. This past week, this season too. Shit.
Bro, fuming.
I'm annoyed, bro. I'm just a little bit annoyed. That's it, man. Don't mind me too much, bro. Rockets. This past week we played the Bulls, we played the Thunder, we played the T-Wolves. We went 2-1 this week. What did you like about what happened this week? What didn't you like? And fill in the blanks in between. Let's go.
All right, I'll keep it a buck. We won against the Bulls. We won against the Wolves. Okay, that's what I liked. What I didn't like, we got our ass absolutely reamed against the Thunder. Why? We kept it so close against the Thunder, first game of the year, right? It could have gone either way. We came out real strong. Still missing pieces, right? And I don't know what was different other than maybe Jay Will coming back, but he didn't even play phenomenal, right? Chet was surprisingly more of a problem than I would like to admit. I will be the first to admit that. Not that I dislike him, but I really thought Jabari was going to take that matchup a little bit more serious.
The matchup was him and Şengün.
Matchup as in, I guess, not a direct one-on-one matchup, but more or less, hey, he got drafted ahead of me. What am I?
But you're right. Jabari ain't show up that game either. But we can anyway. Let me let you cook.
Yeah, 2-13. Played okay defense, but 2-13, inexcusable. Şengün also, I think that was his first game back from his ankle. I'm a firm believer. Hey, you come back, great. I appreciate you coming back. You shouldn't play hurt, but you are. We can tell. But if you're out there playing, you better be playing, right? Either you play or you don't. And it looked a little rough out there. I mean, first shot Şengün takes was a twirl layup, like he was a ballerina in Chet's fucking mouth, and I was absolutely livid. I won't lie. I turn on the TV, immediately see that, and I was like, dude, 100% contested shot right in the face, 2 feet out. Why are we doing that right now? This is your first game back. You should not be doing all this pirouetting right now. First shot of the game. I don't want to see that again. Anyway, it happened a few more times. I don't have anything really to say against the Bulls. We beat the Bulls. I mean, I don't want to be disrespectful to Chicago, but we need to beat the Bulls at minimum, and we did that. The Wolves, the game was way too close. No Edwards, and then he comes out and drops a career high 55 against Wemby, last night. So thankfully he didn't do that to us. I would have been pretty mad, and we probably lose by 28, damn near. Julius Randle went bucket for bucket with Kevin Durant too. Both dropped 39. Crazy. Julius Randle good, by the way. It's not disrespectful to
Drew Randle is a beast. Now he been a monster for. I don't understand where there's like a lot of forced hate for Julius Randle. I will never understand it. I don't get it, but whatever. Julius Randle is a bad man, bro.
Yeah. It's because he's not doing it in LA when he was there. That's what it's mainly Lakers fans.
Yeah, a lot of that came from there. Yeah, you're right. I think you're right, bro.
Yep. I mean, look at most play. Anyway, that's just kind of what I was seeing.
No, you're right. I know what you're gonna say. Look at play. What happened when they leave LA? They start getting all kind of random ass slander. You're not wrong, because Lakers fans are some radicals, boy.
Especially when they play with a guy who likes to go like this a lot. Wow. Anytime they leave him and they start playing well or playing like they're supposed to because they're in a system that fits them, everyone will start slandering them, talking about how come you couldn't do that for my precious king. But I'm not worried. I'm not worried about anything. What you got, AK?
Man, here's a win is a win is a win is a win is a win. Get them how you can get them when you slumping. When you having a bad stretch and it's almost like when you having a bunch of misses in a row, like you just want to see the ball go through the hoop, be it a free throw, be it a layup. It don't matter if you butt naked open. It don't matter if it's contested. If it goes in, that's what you need to see to get your confidence up. We missing a lot of shots. We losing a lot of games. We just need to see some things go right in our way and start to build some momentum off of that. The Bulls game was a decent start. They had injuries too, but hey, you won. The game was closer than it needed to be, but hey, you won. I'm not going to complain about that. Cool. The Thunder came into town. I already knew what time it was. I didn't want to say nothing. I was trying to be positive, Rockets propaganda. I was trying to be positive. Yeah, we got thumped, bro. They put their thumb right up our butts and did like this. Yeah, bro, that don't feel nice, bro. It don't feel nice, bro. Look, like we got whooped. We got whooped at home in front of your fans, in front of your people. Imagine you out in public and somebody challenge you to a fist fight in front of your girl and you get beat up, bro. That's what that was.
No, not just beat up, bro. You got your shit dragged, bro.
In front of your girl.
It's all on what was that shit? What was that thing before? Was like a fight app. Anyway, it's just all over, bro. You got pantsed. You trip over your ankles. Your shoe untied. Bro ran off with your wallet, your keys. You ain't got no car.
It's crazy. Anyway. It's crazy. But hey, I mean, the first half looked promising, but I always knew that there was a second half, and I know that no adjustments going to get made. So I should have felt like I should have known that was coming ahead of time. Then the T-Wolves game. That game was way too close for comfort too. Like if you're watching a game, you're looking at the offense and you're just like, man, what is this, bro? Like, is this Dimetapp? Not Dimetapp. Is this Benadryl, bro? Like, why am I falling asleep? What's going on? What am I watching? There you go look at the numbers, and the numbers is not matching the eye test at all, bro. The numbers look like we shot the ball decently. But you're watching the game, you're like, man, this is ugly. What the hell? Bro, my brother sent me a text in the middle of the game talking about, bro, Rockets offense is awful. I told you. No, ain't nobody trying to eat broccoli and onions for dinner. Nobody, bro. What is that? This is what the Rockets offense is. It's broccoli and onions and maybe some carrots. But we're not using seasoning. We're not even going to cook with oil. It's just boiled. That's it. That's what the Rockets offense is made of, bro. Broccoli, carrots, and onions, boiled. That's it. No salt, no pepper, nothing, bro. Don't you dare add no butter, nothing. We don't do flavor, bro. Straight raw. That's the offense, bro. There's no character to the offense. There's no identity to the offense. The things we do well, statistically, we don't do it enough. And the things we do badly, we do it too much. That's the Rockets offense. Because we have a coach that wants to play a certain way instead of playing to the strengths of his players. That's what happens. That's what happens, bro. That's what happens. But hey, we beat the T-Wolves. Without that, I don't care. We got the win the way we got the win. But but nothing has changed. Like, we're not getting the win because we made adjustments. We just got the win by circumstance, by happenstance. It's not like we're doing anything different. We're not doing anything better. That's just what it is. That's it. That's it, bro. So that's my thoughts on that, bro. Man, we can start touching on this Pelicans game right quick.
Right before that.
Yeah.
One more thing. This is gonna make you really happy, right?
You sure?
Okay. Oh yeah, absolutely. No sarcasm. Here's another. I took away the salt for this one.
Man.
So in 2-point attempt frequency, right? Out of all the plays we run, 2-pointers, right? What do you think our percentage is? Not where we rank, just our percentage of total shots or 2 points, like in the paint or inside the arc.
I say we probably take
just the percentage. You don't have to
78% of our shots are 2-pointers.
Okay.
Bro.
Okay. That's a fair guess. That's a very fair guess. Where do you think we rank in the league?
Oh, dead ass last.
Okay. And by rank in the league, I mean out of teams that take 2-pointers the most, where do you think we are? Not percentage. We're making them in comparison to other teams.
Oh, bloody first.
Yep. We are first at 66.3% 2-point field goal percentage. What do you think our field goal percentage is? No, not the number. Where do you think we rank? Actually, my fault.
Where we rank?
Yep.
In 2-point percentage?
Yep.
If I had to guess, we probably rank like bottom third, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
You're actually spot on. We rank 23 out of 30 for 2-point field goal percentage.
It's booty juice, dog.
Ain't that crazy?
So again, like I said, we like to do what we don't do well, bro.
Yep.
And that's why I was like, everybody's making a big deal about us being at the beginning of the season, being number one in 3-point percentage and all of that cuteness. Okay, generate more of them. Figure out a way to generate more of them 3-point shots since we're so good at making them. Weaponize that shit. Why? Okay, how about this, bro? Do you know why they say don't bring a knife to a gunfight? Because you had a distinct advantage, bro.
Range. Speaking of range,
a distinct disadvantage if you're coming in there with you come into a gunfight with a knife. That's what the Rockets is doing right now.
Yep.
Everybody blasting away threes. I'm talking about teams that ain't even good at making threes. And then guess what happens when they play us? They start making them against us, even the ones that ain't good. They start making them against us, and because we don't shoot enough of them, they weaponize that 3-point shot, and then they end up beating us when they shouldn't be beating us. That's what happens in a lot of these close games against these bad teams that we've played. Just FYI.
Yep. Speaking of long range, right before we get to this Pelicans game, I know I'm going on a tangent here, but I got a point, I promise. Okay, so you mentioned we were first, right? What do you think our 3-point percentage is now? Not necessarily like, you don't have to give me the exact percentage.
Oh, no, we fell off. We're like 5th now.
Yep, we are exactly 5th.
Damn, how did I know?
1%. Wow, it's because the eye test, right? Because anyway.
I knew we was first, but I know we started falling the hell off.
We started tanking, 37%, right?
And of course, we're not gonna fall off as fast because we don't even take that many in the first place. Right. So it's not like it's gonna go from 1 to 10. It's probably gonna go to 1 to 5, something like that.
When we take 8 threes a game, that's next point. Where do you think we rank in 3-point frequency?
Oh, we dead ass last. I've been tracking that all season.
33.1%. You want to know what the number 1 is for 3-point frequency?
Number 1?
Yep.
Phoenix.
Nope.
Who?
The Golden State Warriors. 50.1% of their shots are 3-pointers, and they shoot 36.5%. So they take 17 more 3-pointers per game than us, right? And we shoot 0.6% better. Volume, efficiency. I feel like a 0.6% disparity does not warrant us taking.
It's negligible. It's a negligible percent. This is why these efficiency Nazis, that's why they get on my damn nerves sometimes. Because, okay, all right. What happens if you redline your car and you trying to take a turn? You're trying to make a swift turn. You can't. You're gonna go tumbling down the highway.
You're cooked.
Efficiency is not the goal. The goal is to win. The goal is to put the ball in the hole, however it is that you can put the ball in the hole. Efficiency is a bonus. It's not the goal. It's a bonus. It's not, you don't live your life off of just everything got to be efficient all the time, because now when you do that, you have nowhere to pivot when shit go wrong.
Last point. I mentioned Golden State, how they were first in 3-point percentage, right? 2-point percentage, okay? And I use Golden State because they're the number one for their percentages, right? 2-point field goal percentage or frequency, right, for them. Since they take the most threes, they naturally take the least amount of 2-point shots. However, the disparity is 50.1 versus 49.9, right? So that makes sense. In 2-point field goal percentage, remember, we rank 23rd, okay? We take the most, we rank 23rd. 2-point field goal percentage for them, they are 9th. So they take more threes than us. We shoot the same percentage, right? Let's just say what it is.
So that can be weaponized against us, right?
That's my point.
Knife in a gunfight.
Just because we are okay at something doesn't mean it's the only thing we should be okay at. Maybe this is controversial, guys. I would rather lose with us trying something new because we're trying something new than, hey, I know this will get us the win 48% of the time, so we're just going to run this one thing every single time. It don't work. You are so much easier to game plan against. If you do if you don't pull that filing drawer out like you Plankton looking for the Krabby Patty secret formula, right? And you don't have plan A through Z, right? If you're a coach, you don't have plan A through Z, or at least by this point in the season, you don't have plan A through Z. We got a problem. Simple as that.
One of the things that I noticed that the Rockets do too is they start the game. It's almost like in the NFL, right? First 15 plays on offense are scripted. Then everything else is just kind of by feel.
Yep.
For the Rockets, they'll start the game off, the first quarter off, a little bit more organized, a little bit better. It looks like they're trying stuff that they probably tried out at practice. It looks decent, it looks better. And then it starts to not work, and Ime Udoka doesn't have the balls to try to stick with it so they can get better at it. It's just, okay, we relapse. All right, let's go back to broccoli offense.
It's like
we're doing this prison ball, jailbreak pick and rolls. We're going to draw up a play to get offensive rebounds. That's what we're going to do. He just abandoned ship too fast for me, bro. Like, it's too fast. Like, bro, if you're going to try something new, go all the way with it. Like, see it all the way through. Like, stop getting scared and
it's
stop.
Okay.
Like, how many games are we going to play where we keep calling the first time out? That means we're getting punched in the mouth first, bro. Like, we get punched in the mouth first too much. Don't be surprised if it doesn't happen again tonight. I mean, if it happens again tonight. Don't be surprised if it happens again tonight against the Pelicans. We got Zion Wilson coming into town. We got Derek Queen coming into town. These boys are not coming to – they're not coming to shake your hand and be your friend and all of that. They're not going to a strip club with you after the game. They're coming here to win. They're not a great team, but they beat us last time. And last time we had them upside down, shaking them by their legs, getting all of their lunch money out their pockets, and they somehow reversed it, put us in a chokehold, put us in a Darce choke, and next thing you know, we tapping out. What the hell? Jiu-jitsu stuff, if y'all don't know.
Yep.
Like, bro, like, like, bro, like, what the hell are we doing? Why you let your foot off the gas like that? Why you let this team come and take your heart out your chest like that? They're not supposed to be able to reach up in here, feel your heartbeat. 1, 2, 3. All right, it's working. All right, let me grab that and take it out of you. Nah, bro, that's not how this is supposed to go, bro. You know what I'm saying? There's some injuries. Let's go over the injury report real quick. Herb Jones is out. Jose Alvarado is out. And, of course, DeJounte Murray is still out with that Achilles. He ain't going to be back until, like, next month, maybe March. Yeah. For the Rockets, Tari Eason is out tonight. Yep. He's still out tonight. So there's that. So with all of that being the case, who are we expecting to step up for the Pelicans? Trey Murphy is having he's having a pretty, I say quietly. Yeah, quietly because they're losing. But you're having a good season. You know what I'm saying? Trey Murphy's having a really good season for them.
22 points, 40% from three, 50% from the field, 1.6 steals, 6 rebounds a game. He's having a great season.
Yeah. One of the guys I think that I'm really high on, by the way, is Jeremiah Fears, bro. I like his chemistry that he has right now with Derek Queen. They just seem to have like a natural chemistry with each other, playing together. It ain't just hey, you go get it this time down the court. Oh no, you go get it this time down the court, and then we're gonna switch it up every other time. They playing a lot like we imagined Alperen Sengun and Jalen Green was going to play together. But because they have an offensive structure over there. I forgot who's their head coach again? I forgot his name. Man, why am I blanking on his name, dog? I feel bad. I'm supposed to be good at that kind of stuff. But they got a good chemistry between them two young guys together, man. I'm liking how they're playing together.
How did I not know that?
Yes. James Borrego is a very good coach. He's underrated, and he's going to do good things with this Pelicans team. He's already doing good things with this team so far this season. So next year, that's a team that I'm expecting a lot from. They're going to be a playoff team next season. Maybe not this season. It's still a little early. But they're going to be a team to watch. They got the pieces in place, I think. And they decided to go ahead and pivot. They said they're going to stick with Zion. They're going to stick with Trey Murphy. They're going to stick with Herb Jones. All right, cool. They got a plan. They say, hey, things are a little bit different than we thought before. We're going to go with it. All right, cool.
I like it. I like that they are, in fact, going younger, right? Mm-hmm. Because they had CJ McCollum, right? They did what they had to do to go get Jeremiah Fears. I like that they're keeping Derek Queen. What I really like is instead of going out and saying, hey, we were right there on the cusp, and then making a huge bunch of changes, right, and bringing in different people, right? They said, hey, we're going to stick to our guns and trust our guys and let them grow into their roles. That's what I really like.
Yeah. Couple more guys that I want to watch out for this night against this Pelicans team is Saddiq Bey. Saddiq Bey gave us some work last time, bro. He did. Saddiq Bey gave us some business last time. He was all over the place. He was hitting all kind of shots. He was doing his thing, bro. He can do that. He can do that. Another guy too who's kind of been playing a lot less minutes, Yves Missi on a backup center. I think he's a starting center, but he's their leading shot blocker coming off the bench, playing the less minutes this season than he did last. He can lob threat. He's a really good defensive player. He grab rebounds too, offensive rebounds. We know somebody who likes that. He doesn't bring any redundancy to their offense. What he does is element to their offense. That's what I thought second unit players are supposed to do. They're not supposed to come in and do the same thing. They're supposed to be the antithesis of what you've seen on offense. Or at least, really on both ends. They're supposed to add a different element. Why do you have so much of the – to me, I don't like the idea of having too much of the same thing on offense because you become I said offense. Why I keep saying on offense? It ain't good to have too much of the same thing because you become redundant and predictable. And when you become predictable, you become easier to guard, or you become easier to game plan against. And then when the other team goes on a run, you don't really have nowhere to pivot because you was chasing efficiency. Because you wanted to play one way and one way only. This is what happens when you don't diversify your portfolio. If you're an investor and you only invested in Google, what happens to your portfolio when Google go down? Everything go down because you're not invested in multiple different lines of business. You're not invested in nothing in finance. You're not invested in nothing in other technology products. You're not invested in construction. You're not invested in real estate, other kind of stuff. Anyway, let me not even go into that. I'm just making analogies, people. I'm trying to make it easier for y'all to understand since they say I'm a little bit too complicated.
Before we move on here, because we talk about Missy here, I was looking at you like, man, he gets offensive rebounds too. I was like, man, I wonder how many offensive rebounds a game he gets, right? He gets the same amount of offensive rebounds a game coming off the bench as Alperen Sengun does starting. Just want to put that out there. Just putting that out there. It's very interesting. Athleticism goes a long way, you'll say, especially when you have
it does, especially in the front line. Especially.
And no, this isn't a shot at anybody, right? But our identity is rebounding, right? And they got players off their bench doing just as well as their starting lineup. So just.
If anybody takes that as a shot, they're just looking for a reason to be upset. Like, we're just calling out exactly what we're seeing. Like, roster construction is definitely a problem. I'm not necessarily going to put too much of that on Ime Udoka, but he does have influence. And if Rafael Stone is only bringing the ingredients that the chef is asking for, then we're going to expect the chef to be able to cook what you say that you're going to cook. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I don't think Udoka's a chef. I think he's a cook. Okay. Let me give you this analogy. A chef from your favorite 5-star restaurant can go to Waffle House and make them same waffles and pancakes. But the cook at Waffle House cannot go to that same 5-star restaurant and whip up them same award-winning 5-star meals. They can't do it. A cook and a chef are not the same. A chef can cook. A cook cannot chef. A cook only follows directions. A chef knows how to redirect things and adjust according to his ingredients and make things feel as the best that they can. Understand that.
You said a key word there. Adjust. Can you use that in a sentence regarding the offense?
The Rockets offense does not adjust when teams go zone. When the team goes zone, they still try. How you trying to ISO in a zone? How you do that? Just get Kevin Durant at the top of the key, posting up at the 3-point line.
We are still top 3 in ISO frequency, by the way. So would you say that ISO has been successful or not successful this season?
We're one of the worst ISO teams in the league, but we run it the most. Our scoring frequency in ISO last time I checked was bottom 5, but we was number 1 in frequency of running ISOs.
Yep.
You know why? Because that's the safe space of Ime Udoka, the least turnovers possible. Meanwhile, that's what is actually giving us to turn the ball over because defenses know how to play Kevin Durant. You're going to force him right and bring help on the side that he just left. And once you bring that help because you know somebody's going to try to flash open, turnover because he's passing right. He's seeing one guy, he's not seeing the help defense. He's done this his whole career. He's always going to the right wing. When he's at the top of the key, you want to ISO at the top of the key. He gets forced right to the right wing. He tries to pass it back to the middle, and it's always a pick 6. Every time, bro. Watch. It's going to happen tonight. In the second half, when they get tired of getting their ass bust, because the Rockets going to start off busting ass. In the second half, James Borrego and them going to make an adjustment. Hey, cool. We're going to run cover 2 now, bro. We're going to run cover 2. We're going to stay in his zone. And when he pass going to the right wing, when he's going to his right wing and he's trying to pass going back left, we know that's a pick 6. We're taking that to the house.
And it's going to work.
So that's just – I've seen this every game, bro. This is what teams do to us. When they start making these comebacks, they go zone or they start blitzing KD at the top of the key, or when he's going to that right wing, because he's not going to the left wing, he's going to the right.
Never.
He tries to pass back to the middle, and it's a turnover. It happens every time. Watch. You're going to see.
It's also when he throws that like weird lob pass. Like you don't try to bullet pass it.
He passes the ball lazy.
Here.
It's a lazy pass.
Bro, lazy stuff.
And if you're a good coach, you're supposed to save KD from himself. Don't put him in them positions that are disadvantageous to him and the offense in general. You know what I'm saying? I just wish that he coached offense the same way he coached defense. He coaches defense with fire. He's proactive on defense. He's trying to get after guys, but on offense, he's way too conservative. Way too conservative, predictable. Some of that is roster construction. Yes, some of it is that. Other part is also philosophy, because when the roster construction was a little bit different, you were still doing the same thing, buddy.
So I have better news for you before we end off.
Man, so stop lying on this Sunday.
Our record right now is 24-15, right?
Mm-hmm.
Last year, through 39 games, our record was 27-12. I was told that somebody was holding everybody back. I was told that he had these guys in shackles and chains, driving the whip chain right there, hitting everyone while he needed his 18 shots a game.
Ankle weight.
I was told he was a black hole on offense and we couldn't win. Hey guys, we have less wins right now with Kevin fucking Durant on our team.
So
I'm only reacting like this because.
So hold on. So what you're saying is new pieces, same problem. So the process may need an adjustment. If you're gonna get new pieces, you probably need to adjust your process too. And that's the problem that I have with Udoka. New pieces, same process. No, you adjust to the players that you have, Mr.
Hey.
Like, come on, dog.
He's running the same playbook he did against Golden State in 2022, and I've been hampering on this because he hasn't changed. if you watch that game, that 6-game series against Golden State,
where he kept playing Time Lord in a drop against Steph.
It's the same thing every single time.
All right, bro. You're going to keep doing the same thing. You're going to get the same results. Like, you insane or not? Say, man, I'm not going to keep boiling water and expect ice.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I hope we win tonight. Keys to winning.
Hey, we're coming out with this dub tonight by hook or by crook, by any means necessary. We just got to build some more momentum. Again, man, look, I'm not out on the Rockets. I'm not. I'm just saying what I'm seeing. I know the potential that this team does have. We've shown the potential that we've had throughout the season. However, there's going to be some compromises that need to be made with their coaching staff, man. Like, something got to give. Like, somebody got to swallow their pride. If you don't listen, when you swallow your pride, you shit out success. But if you keep that son bitch in your mouth, it's not going nowhere. You can't eat nothing else. You still got your mouth full of pride.
Look at Doc Rivers. Look at Tyronn Lue. Just anyway.
Hey, man, them two dudes got rings. However they got them, they got them.
That's what I'm saying is when they did win, they said, hey, we got to do this. They swallowed their pride. They let that ring get to them. And now they're where they're at.
Like, compromise is not a sign of weakness. It's not. And I think that's what Ime Udoka – yes, and I think that's what Ime Udoka's problem is. He probably feels like, damn, if I change this, that means I was wrong about this. Yes, it's okay to be wrong about that. It's okay. It's not working. It's okay to be wrong.
This is what it is. He's afraid of turning into Silas 2.0 because Silas was compromising left and right and getting told what to do by uppers so bad that Stone and Fertitta had to walk in on meetings because they was saying how bad he is.
Well, he was that. He was definitely that.
Yeah, and I'm not saying Ime is, but Ime is so one. He's very prideful. He's very, hey, I built this, I ran this. This is what I'm running on, and it's going to work. That mentality only takes you so far, though, right? It's a team game. On top of that, he saw Silas. He saw what he did, and he said, I'm doing the exact opposite of that because that's what Stone hired me to do.
He went way too far back to the right. Right.
That's what he got hired to do. They said we hired him for his tenacity and his defense. They didn't say anything about his adjustments, his high offensive IQ. When they hired him in that interview, they didn't say not a word about his offense. They said defense, 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 defense. Rebounding is at it. Those are things they talked about. That's what he's doing.
I'm gonna say this too, though, bro. When you listen to him talk pregame, he'll talk about ball movement, this and that, man movement. And then if we lose a game, the first thing come out of his damn mouth is talking about some toughness. Toughness is not a strategy. Hope is not a plan. Because what if the other team tough too? Then what do? You're supposed to be able to out scheme them, out plan them, out process them. But Ime Udoka not doing that. He's just trying to bench press people. What if I could bench press too?
I understand we got Steven Adams out there. But we also got Reece Shepherd out there.
Okay, so that's another problem. Why are we building our team around offensive rebounds?
Why are we building our team around Steven Adams?
Because we know that we have a coach that's not going to draw up no play to put in a shot. He's going to draw up a play for an offensive rebound and a putback. That's our best play. You know that's our best play, right?
Yeah, the putback.
All right, cool.
And not no putback dunk either. It's that putback layup.
That's another thing.
Rebound.
Bro, if you're going to be boring, win.
Yeah.
I can compromise. See, that's a compromise. I can compromise on that.
You ask those type of players to play above what's needed in order
for
them to win football games.
Hold on. Oh, no, that's the damn whatchamacallit, ESPN.
End game. Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, let's get to this damn Pelicans game, bro. You got any final thoughts, bro?
What is he? What they have to get after it. They have to get after it.
Who you got winning? What's your final score, bro? Who's your player of the game?
We only scored 110 points, so I'm going with 114 Houston Rockets, 106 Pelicans. It's gonna be a close game. We're gonna have to watch for Missy. You're gonna have to watch for Trey Murphy. He probably gonna drop 26. I'm probably 4 threes if I was a betting man. Just looking at his averages against us, and then we also looking at your boy Derek Queen, who had a very nice double against us, damn near triple double, almost outplayed Albert Şengün at his own game, by the way. So Şengün, I expect some fire. Tonight. Kevin Durant, you just dropped 39. So like,
he ain't doing it back. He ain't doing it again.
I need
not tonight.
I just need an efficient game, and not Mr. Efficiency Man, where you only take 14 shots. No. I watch your Twitter. Not no 14 shots. I need 18, 19 minimum.
Man, take 25 shots, bro.
Put
them away early.
Simple as that.
But
Reed Shepherd and Jabari.
That's what I got.
I need y'all to play tonight.
Nah, Jabari showed you something. That's gonna be a little bit. He gonna fix that after All-Star break. That's what
I hope so.
But tonight is Reed Shepherd night. I think tonight is gonna be the game where he has a little bit of a carry game tonight. The Rockets are gonna put up 125. The defense is gonna play better than they did last. 125 or maybe like 109, something like that. That's what I got. I said all of that whining and moaning earlier just to say we're gonna beat the crap out of this team tonight. Like we coming out of a slump is not gonna look the best, but you gotta start somewhere and start building on stuff. I think the Timberwolves win and the Bulls win, I thought were, I would say, character wins, like it was win by any means. So this game against New Orleans, you know what I'm saying, it's the 4th straight home game. We've had time to practice, eat home cooked meals. I think we're gonna put belt to ass and foot in our stomach. So 125, 109. I guess that's BTA enough.
Hey, do you think we're still gonna be the 6th seed going into the All-Star break?
Yeah.
That's gonna be fun.
But I think it starts to change after All-Star break. After All-Star break, I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm still expecting 2 seed, bro. I'm not letting up. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm stupid. Let me be stupid then. I'll take it.
Hey, it's out there. All right, game starting.
Yeah.
They got 9 minutes in, so maybe we'll run a post game if we win. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Tell them where to find you right quick.
Yeah, H-Town Rundown, X, YouTube, as well as Instagram, HTRD. You can follow me, Drip2P, _GAW, and X, as well as Instagram, too.
All right, cool. It's your man's AK Infinity. Follow me on Twitter /X at AK Infinity _VVS. This is the Rockets Propaganda Channel, H-Town Rundown, Rockets Propaganda already. Oh, and Rockets Round Robin. If you ain't like and subscribe by now at this point, that means you've been a hater your whole life, and you're probably going to continue to live your life like that. But anyway, we out. Go Rockets.
Put it in the